Coach, how was practice today?
It was good. We had a lot of people out there, and that always makes it better. You had the band out there, and a bunch of boosters, and it always gets the kids going. And had a nice cloudy day, so it was really good work. And we're getting better. It was our fifth practice, and still installing quite a bit, but it was a good day. We did some good things on offense, some good things on defense, some good things on special teams. Obviously, a lot of stuff still to work on, but it was a positive day.
I was reading on Twitter, I guess Taylor Amy said something about some investors visiting today. What was your message to that group?
I have good news and bad news. Obviously, the good news is that they came to invest. We got a place to do it, and the bad news is we've got a lot of places to put it, and that's all good, honestly. And as Dr. Compost has explained to me many times, there's many different buckets to give to, and if you're opposed to NIL, which I gave them my spill on that, why I'm so for it. I mean, you got Frank Harris out there coming off his fifth surgery, and Zachary Franklin on his third surgery, and Cephas with his third knee injury, and you got 5 D linemen out with shoulder surgeries, and these kids give up a lot, right? And for them to have some money in their pocket, buy a car, get a phone, maybe send some money back to their family. A lot of those kids are first-generation college students. So if you want to get to facilities, we have facility needs here. If you're opposed to both those things, we've got other needs as far as nutritional needs, and there's just things that I told them that a lot of opportunities to give. It's an exciting time because we're really good, and it's just fun right now because we're going to the AAC, and there's the excitement of that. There's also the awareness that the competition's getting harder.
Jeff,
that was my message.
Jeff, I think we're talking to Kelechi today. What does his experience level at this point do for him and on the field and in that position?
Well, he's just so intelligent. I mean, he's a lot of experience, made some big plays for us in his career here. His dad was at practice today. And, matter of fact, I went over to the side and just told him, what a great job his mom and dad have done raising him. Anybody could coach Kelechi. He's highly motivated. He's a self-motivated man. I don't know if he already has his degree, but if he doesn't, he's got to be close. I'm not really for sure. I should know that he's such a good student. And I know he's got a tough degree, but he's just that, man. He's a dream to coach.
To that point, it seems like whether he's been a starter, whether he's been in kind of more of a reserve role, he's always kind of been whatever the team needed him to be. What does it say that at this stage of his career, he's still kind of willing to fill whatever role is thrown at him?
He's always been that way. Special teams, he's just one of our leaders on special teams. He's one of our leaders in the secondary. He's a leader in the locker room. He's just the name. I tease him all the time. I mean, Kelechi. You just sound smart, right? So I mean, man, he's just a good dude, man. I'm a huge fan of Kelechi.
How's the safeties looking back there so far?
We're
this
deep.
spring?
We're deep in a lot of spots. We've got some great competition going, and we've got a good football team. I mean, we're really deep, and I'm excited about these guys. If we can stay healthy and catch a couple breaks along the way, it could be another special year. And I really like our team.
What's Elliot Davison shown you as he's kind of gotten integrated into that room through the spring here?
He's a typical player when it comes to just got here in January. He got just so much on him in 5 days, but another highly intelligent kid, high character, great father, great mother, raised correctly. Anybody can coach Elliot. I mean, he's very Kelechi-like. He is.
He's played a lot too in his career between him and Kelechi and Ken and Rashad. I imagine they can have some pretty high-level conversations about things in that room.
Yep, Javon's sharp too. Javon, he's just been injured his whole career, but he's also very sharp back there. So, yeah, we're blessed. It's a deep room. Coach Left's done a good job recruiting that room, and we're excited about those safeties.
You guys are about a month away from the spring game. What have you liked so far in spring practice, and what do you hope to see between now and the spring game?
We've stayed pretty healthy on the D-line, which is a blessing because we're so deep on the O-line. So I'm having to be so careful with our reps. We're not doing near as much inside run, team run as we have in the past just because our depth on our D-line is so good. So we're trying, it's so bad right now, and our depth on our O-line is so good right now. which I know I've already said that before, but it's a total flip-flop of the fall. But all those D linemen that stayed healthy all year other than B-Matt, they all had to have shoulder surgery when the season was up. And all the O-line was hurt all year, so they're all back because they didn't play a whole lot last year. So it's just a dichotomy of spring ball. But I've been very fortunate. I thought we lost a couple of them today, and they were both just nicked up. They'll be fine for Saturday because, you got to be careful because you'd like to get all 15 of them in, but I'm not going to do something just to do it. So.
Gonna scrimmage Saturday? Is that your
Yeah,
plan?
we are. It'd be like last year. Our ones will probably go 4 or 5 series. Our twos will probably go about 6 series, and our threes will go about 6 series. So hope to get about 20 to 25 with our ones. Hopefully 30 to 35 with our twos, 30 to 35 with our threes, and call it a day. It's good because I don't have to referee. You got referees there, so somebody's mad at the head coach all the time because whichever way I call it, it'll be thud. We won't go to the ground. We're not going live. Losing those 3 backs last year, I'm just not doing that again. So we're going to stay up, and we'll do all of our tackling and drill work. We're not going to tackle to the ground.
What's a win in a scrimmage like that? Yeah, obviously keeping everybody healthy, but beyond that, what do you want to see Saturday?
Well, as the head coach, you'd like the defense to do well, which means some stops and some turnovers. You'd like the offense to score a couple times, and everybody get a ball, and everybody be healthy. That's a win for the head coach. Usually in the first scrimmage, the defense, has their way with you. And then the second scrimmage, it's a little more even. And then the third scrimmage, the offense starts to get to do some things finally. But it just takes a little longer to get the offense going. And our defense is good, especially our ones. We've got to get our D linemen. We got some good twos, but our threes and fours are over there in slings right now.
Jeff, in your defense, do you guys think of it like one free safety and one strong safety with slightly different skills, or are those 2 spots kind of interchangeable?
It just depends on the player. It's one of them's going to be in the boundaries. There's certain skills over there, and there's ones to the field, and there's certain skills there. Sometimes it's easy for those kids to do both, and sometimes it's not. Maybe they're where they came from, like maybe that you moved them around quite a bit, or maybe they were offensive guys who got moved over late, or like if it's Elliott, he just now got here, you want to let him just learn one right now. So it all just depends. Skill and ability to learn both.
When we talked to Nick Fortune on Tuesday, it was interesting. He mentioned that he feels like his confidence is at a different level than last year, just kind of mentally he's in a different place. Have you noticed anything different with him in that sense?
Yeah, that's what's his biggest struggle is just confidence. And that's Nick Brown's a really good coach. He's done a great job with that kid, as he's done with his rooms since he's been here. I'm fortunate enough to have Nick now going on year 4, and he's turned down a lot of jobs. So we've been blessed. Coach Left, same way, going on year 4 together, turned down a lot of jobs. And those guys have been together a long time as well. So we're really blessed to have, Jess and Nick for, the continuity. We've had those guys, and he does a really good job with Nick Fortune. Nick Brown was a corner, right? And he played in the league and played in the Canadian League. So it's different for me to tell a corner something and Nick Brown to tell a corner something. He's actually done it. They can just look at me and know real quick I've never guarded anybody in my life except on a basketball court.
What kind of impression has Jakevian Rogers made coming in here?
Extremely. He's talented. We did good. We hit a home run there. He's got his frame. We got to fix. He's typically a Texas kid. Unbelievable talent. Loves ball. We got to put some weight on him and just get him where he can handle the game. He's already got a broken hand and a cast, and he ain't missed a rep, I don't think. Sorry, Mom, I said ain't. He hasn't missed a rep, I don't think. She watches all these, trust me. She really likes JJ. She thinks you don't like me, so you gotta watch. You gotta.
What are you gonna do?
Yeah, you gotta be careful. She's coming for the wedding, and she might be looking for you, Greg. So just be careful around the city.
That's very good to know. You mentioned with the weight portion with Jakevian, could he be ready to contribute this fall, or is it like you need to develop that?
I don't know. He came in about $135. And I think he's at $145 right now. So we're going to send him to the food line twice here in a little bit, see if we can get to 148 today. I don't know. It is amazing how much those kids do change. when they get away. Because you got to remember, in Dangerfield, he's playing every sport. I mean, there's not the concentration of food and weights, and it's just different. So to get him here in January, it's going to be such a huge advantage for that kid. But he's a player. We're excited about him.
He's got a nickname, right?
Double D.
Why is that?
I don't even know. We'll get him up here and y'all can ask him. I don't know. I need to find that out myself. I'm glad you said that.
How's the rest of that room looking? There's a couple of guys. It's a pretty important spring for them, right?
Yeah. I mean, I talked to Corey's dad about that yesterday. Remember when we lost Tariq, everybody's worried, like, who's going to be next? And then Corey stepped up. Now we're all like, who's going to replace Corey? So is Nick going to step up? Is it going to be Zay Frazier? Is it going to be Double D? Is it going to be Xavier Spencer? Is it going to be Alpha? Do we have to go get one? Because we've got 3 left, so we've got one, for that if we don't think we found the guy, or we just find one out there that's really good.
Coach, you mentioned 17 coming in January. I know it's a small sample size, 4 or 5 practices, but what have you seen from that young group? And
really excited. It's really, it's what's going on right now. It's getting Nick Fortune to become the guy, right? That's very important. But a lot of it, and getting Eddie Lee to really come on. But a lot of this is those 17. You can just come out there and watch, and every single time we got to make a fix, it's one of the 17. Just because they haven't been here. It's practice 5. These other guys have been blessed because we have not changed verbiage for going on year 4. Not a word. Every word's been the same word now, from the triangular toughness to our solo call on defense to our blue call on Rangers on punt return to Turbo Roger on offense. Everything's been the same. So those kids that are coming in, they're like literally drinking water, from a fire hose, and it's just a lot on them right now. So they've been great. We really did well in our evals. We recruited well. We're really excited with those 17 kids.
And I know you said there's a lot of buckets, and y'all have had those conversations, but when you have events like this and, the need is still there to, up the salaries, get new facilities and everything, when you have events like this, are you still seeing some progress being made on those fronts? Like we're moving the ball forward?
There's been progress the entire time. Like I said, Tuesday, and I know there's been a lot of things said about that, and I really wish people could have watched the whole 18-minute interview instead of just the clips, right? If you watch the whole 18-minute interview, you would see how much I explained that. And like I said, Tuesday, it's just going to the AAC has expedited all this, right? We were still in Conference USA. I think all of us love the Roadrunners so much, we all kind of feel that in our gut, like, what are we getting into, right? And I know we're ready and we have a good football team, but everybody feels that. So there's no doubt that we have been moving in that direction. There's been tons of positive things to say about what people have done for this. I just know we can be all that. I really know we can be. There's going to be a day we're going to all look back and go, that crazy sucker was right. Your dreams should always be so big. Your prayer life has to match it. So when your dreams come true, no one can take credit. No human can take credit for that.
Thanks, Jeff.
Thank you.
Jamie wants to know why